Hey guys, in this one we're going to be working on the GenevaCam drawing, and we're going to demonstrate some circular patterns again, some use of some quick snap tools, and some more radial oriented drawing. So to start out, again, I'm going to pick the largest diameter that we have in the drawing to kind of orient the drawing inside model space and make it a little bit easier to move around in. So if you notice, the biggest diameter, or radius rather, in the drawing is a 92 millimeter radius. So let's jump back over to model space here, and I'm just going to pick a circle out in the middle of nowhere and give it a 92 millimeter radius. And you notice it jumps off the screen. So to fit it into the screen, I'm going to type in zoom in the command line down here. Hit enter. A for zoom all. And now the whole circle's fit into the drawing. And I'm just going to move it outside the user coordinate system just so it's not in the way in the middle of the drawing again. And now I'm going to start working out from that center circle. So if we look back at the drawing, the center bore has a tolerance of 25.4 to 25.35. I like 25.4 because it's an inch. It's easier for me to think. So 25.4, and then the next one out is a 45 millimeter hub. So I've already got the circle command started, so we'll go ahead and give it a diameter. Type in D for diameter, 25.4. Start the circle command up again by hitting enter or the space bar, and give it a D for diameter, 45. And then the next diameter out is actually this circle for radially locating the center circles for these slots here. So that's 77. We'll go ahead and start that circle command up. And it's a diameter of 77, so diameter 77. And it looks like all we've got for this drawing. So for this drawing, there's lots of ways we can go about it. You notice it's very symmetrical. We could mirror side to side, we could mirror up to down, we could draw a quarter of it, mirror it over, and then mirror it down again. Lots of ways we could go about it, but instead we're going to go about this and we're going to do a circular pattern of it. So what I'll do is I'm going to draw this part here and this slot, and then we'll pattern the whole thing, and then we'll be done. To get this circular feature here, we'll go ahead and put a 32 millimeter radius at the intersection of a horizontal line and the 92 millimeter radius. So we'll get a horizontal infinite line or construction line. Oh, we did miss a radius. The outer radius of our actual part is 73. So we'll put that in too. It's a 73 millimeter radius, so we didn't have to start the diameter command. Put the 32 in. And then you notice these slots are 30 degrees off. So I'm going to draw this one, and I'm going to do that using polar coordinates. So we'll make a line longer than we need, and I'm going to make it 150. Use the less than symbol to indicate that we're doing an angle, and 30 degrees. Now there's a lot of ways we could go about doing this too, but I'd like to show off a couple neat features of DraftSight. So let's go ahead and put in our 13mm diameter circle. I'm going to give it a 6.5 radius to get that. And now I could offset this line 6.5 on either side to get the sides of my slot. Instead, I'm going to click the line segment and click the intersection here, and then I'm going to hold shift and click right click, and this brings up our quick select menu for all of our different snaps that we have for creating lines. And for this one I'm going to click parallel, so I need 2 parallel lines to this line. And then the easiest way to use this one is to hold it over the end point of your line that you're making it parallel to, and then slowly move it out, and that will snap it to parallel for you. Hold shift, right click, parallel. There we go. Now let's trim out what we don't need. We don't need the circle in between this one. Don't need that. Don't need those 2 lines. Don't need the circle in between there. And then we don't need that line anymore, or the entirety of that circle, that line, or those 3 lines. And actually, I can even get rid of this one. Alright, so now we've got a pretty simple looking piece of geometry compared to this guy here, but it's relatively easy. He's got 6 slots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we know they're 60 degrees apart. So we'll click this, select the inside of the circle in the slot, and then modify, pattern, circular, 60 degrees between. We're going to make 6 features and give it an axis point to rotate about. Preview, and there's our GenevaCam. Hit enter, and then we'll delete. Oops, don't want to, well, we do want to do that because we have these circular segments in here, and while it won't matter for a drawing like this, that's not really going anywhere. When you start generating drawings for real things and real use, you don't want overlapping lines like that. That's just dirty. And one of DraftSight's downfalls is its snaps aren't quite as good as AutoCAD, but it's free, so you can only complain so much. There we go. Those look good. And then we'll start the trim command up, get rid of our excess line segments. And you always know you've got a good intersection when the trim command works. If the trim command doesn't work, you don't have an intersection, and there's something you need to take a look at. Either you need to extend the lines out, or in this case your radius wasn't quite right, or something like that. Get rid of this excess line. And then the only other thing we have left is the 6.5 by 3.25 keyway. So, the easiest way to go about doing that is to do a vertical construction line, a horizontal construction line, and then offset them by 3.25. And for our source entity, it'll be at the top one. Then the source entity will be our vertical one on either side. Start the trim command up. And trim out everything we don't need. There's our GenevaCam. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope you come back. Thanks.